Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play The Outer Worlds, where last time we made our way here to the Wilderness Exploration Reservation or something like that. Essentially the safari of Eridanos, where there's a bunch of animals. That's really it, there's a bunch of animals. We found this hunter, this hunting lodge, and he told us, well, it's dangerous out here, but nothing that a good gun can't fix. Got some people there. Lawrence McLaughlin and Isabella Isare. Did we pick up another quest? I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, Lost Little Milk Mech. Yeah, there was somebody back there lost an auto mechanical out here that usually collects woolly cow milk. But it has been lost. And who are you guys?
Sorry, but we're a little busy right now. I'm sure one of the other guides would be happy to give you a tour.
Lawrence, do you know who you're talking to? We always have time for the inspector.
The inspector?
The inspector.
That's you?
That's me.
I am so sorry. We didn't know what we were doing. We're so sorry. It'll never happen again.
Well, I certainly hope it won't. This seems like a strange spot to loiter. What are you two doing?
No, Law. It's all over. I told you someone would catch on sooner or later, Belle.
Lawrence, let me do the talking here. Inspector, pay him no mind. I'm sure you've bigger saltuna to can than us.
You two hotel workers? Pretty far from the Grand Colonial.
Normally, yes, but we take guests out on live-action wilderness experiences for additional pay. You know, shoot a raft here, walk there. We're just between tours right now.
I'm not buying it. How about you just tell me what you're up to?
Buying? We're not selling anything. Especially since we're between tours.
Don't pay him any mind, Inspector. His upper story's a little gap-toothed, if you know what I mean.
Gap-toothed.
But seeing as you insist on sticking your... That is, since you're so curious, I'll fill you in on what we're doing.
Good.
We, misplaced some people on our last tour. Misplaced them in the maws of some local predators. Now we're stuck here wondering how to get their room keys.
Ah. So your guides were eaten by canids.
Might have been raptidons. I find it hard to tell them apart, especially when my glasses get fogged up.
So when you say lost, you mean left behind, so you could make a clean getaway.
You make it sound like we did this on purpose. If we had, we'd have been smart enough to get their room keys back first.
It's not a bad point, I suppose. You got your guests killed, and all you care about are their room keys?
Hey, we all got our priorities. Not worrying about those keys ain't gonna bring their owners back from the dead. Anyway, the sooner we get those keys back, the sooner we can make it look like the ex-guests checked out early.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't sell you out to the constabulary. Well, Bruce, there is no constabulary. The constable is dead. You know this. So that would be a lie. You're trying to cover up the deaths of missing guests?
Wouldn't you? I mean, the dangers were all listed in fine print on the waivers they signed. Least they can do is not destroy our reputation when they get themselves killed. We knew sooner or later this was gonna happen. We've got some hush money tucked away. If you can get those keys for us, it's all yours.
Alright, you guys look like you need a break. I'll find those keys for you.
Did I just hear that right? The inspector is going to help us, Bill! Thank the stars!
We're not out of the woods yet. Let's just see what happens before we celebrate. We last saw the guests deeper in the wilderness, Inspector. That'd be a good place to look.
I'll be back. Okay, so for that we have to... I suppose we just gotta kill some beasties for that one. Shouldn't be too difficult. So we have 2 quests here now, plus the main quest. Why can't I open up the map? That was weird, I couldn't Just pressing M, but nothing was happening. So let's just keep headed towards the main quest. If we find anything, we will do it. And this place has seen better days, huh? Candy Canyons. Alright, we got some mega candids here. Or a mega candid. Oh, hi. Oh. Oh, jeez, they're all over.
We all in one piece?
I think so. Oh, somebody bit my leg. Eh. What do we have here? Room key? No room key.
Oh, hey, Candy Canyon! I know this place. It's where they did Free Range Fixer.
Free range fixer. What's that? Is that a cereal? You guys have to explain these things to me. What is this? A little odd. Is that some sort of cacti? Some sort of cactus? Oh! Oh, you can shoot those things? Man, I'm using a lot of bullets on these guys. Get him. There we go. Enemy killed. It's pretty cool. I like that they have this sort of safari out here. Makes sense. What's this? Oh, at first I thought these were bones, but they're just rocks. That was gonna be pretty gruesome. Okay. Reminds me of like a Jurassic Park sort of thing. Except, you know, it's just the same monsters we've been fighting the entire game. It would have been cool if they had some like experimental creatures out here. Instead of just the same old things. Okay. Transition to abandoned Rizzo's bunker. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe she's already dead too. This is our last lead though, right? Besides the VIP quarter. Which I don't actually know how we're going to get into. How big is this map? Not that big.
So these hullheads sit around in circles and try to invite profit into their life? I hope they get eaten by rats.
Oh no, I mean, if it works. Does not look like it's working though. Ooh.
The prophet says to purge the mind of truth.
This is something new. We've got yurts. Neat. Hello. Ah, you've got that haircut, huh?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Where? I can't analyze anything. Weird. Okay. Do you have to be out of here? No. Did I see something over here? Oh no, that's just sparks. Okay. That's weird. We have the thing, but there's nothing to analyze.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Ah, here it is.
Analysis suggests this to be a variety of herbs. Herbs have been uniformly treated with a pungent chemical mix. Warning: ingesting, smoking, or inserting non-corporation sanctioned substances into your ears may be harmful to your health.
Discrepancy amplifier. How would these most likely be used?
Prior analysis suggests these herbs reach peak effectiveness when users burn them and inhale the resulting smoke. Whether or not this increased effectiveness is good for an afflicted individual has yet to be determined.
Can you analyze the chemicals, or the chemical these herbs are treated with?
Analyzing complete. Substance appears to be a mix of industrial solvents and various essential oils. Substances include woolly cow dander remover, sprat oil, and starship surface wax.
Taste the herbs. Though the dry herbs are difficult to chew, the flavor is less bitter than you would have expected. It's woodsy, like triticale, with a singed aftertaste. It's actually slightly bitter. It's actually slightly bitter tasting. It's actually slightly bitter tasting, more bitter tasting than your average can of Saltuna, though so are most boots.
Hypothesizing potential side effects from herb consumption. Most likely outcome, decapitation.
Oh my god.
Slight possibility of calculation error.
Yeah, yeah, I'd hope so. Alright, make note of that. Hey, Prophet.
Fruitful and productive welcome, brother. I had a feeling you would visit me. I offer a wide variety of productivity seminars. I hope you'll consider taking one. But I should remember my manners. To what do I owe the pleasure of the Special Inspector's arrival?
Everybody seems to know I'm the inspector. Or at least the last people we talked to did. I guess not everybody has known right away. Nice little encampment you got here. Where do you indoctrinate people?
We indoctrinate people in the back. Wait. That was a jibe, wasn't it? With that said, I'd love to involve you in one of my productivity seminars. We should clear you of all those nasty, nasty humors hampering your potential.
No. Didn't Halcyon Helen say you were a hack?
Absolutely not. Any statements by Ms. Helen about us were blown out of proportion and altered by the media. In fact, she quite recently... excuse me. I seem to be remembering something that never happened. Whatever the case, I'm sure her speech about us was all a misunderstanding.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, I have been feeling like my potential is hampered lately. Sorry, Prophet. I don't think I can spare the time. I've got a murder to look into.
Yes, I understand the pressure of one's employment all too well.
It's not really the
We've
thing.
lately been looking into more ways to bolster the retreat stock of bits. But you needn't worry about how this little conversation is affecting my livelihood, brother. Please, take your time. I'm delighted to extend my desire to aid you, brother. How might I assist?
Okay, sister. You're going to tell me who killed Halcyon Helen. I'm going to ask you some questions about Halcyon Helen. Please answer truthfully.
Oh? I'm surprised. I wouldn't think the two of us would have much to discuss about her. We may have had some terse interactions before her death, which I most certainly regret. But beyond those, well, never mind. What would you care to know?
You and Halcyon Helen didn't get along, I hear.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. The media tends to exaggerate.
Goddamn media.
I will admit that her remarks about my seminars were rather unfortunate. However, I certainly wouldn't sharpen any sabers over it, if that's what you mean to imply. I only do that when my clients skimp on their bills.
Did you contact Helen after you left the Grand Colonial?
I did not. She had no interest in my seminars, and I had no interest in attempting to convert a stubborn actress. Why would I have had any cause to engage with her further?
Where were you at the time of Helen's murder?
Why, I've been at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve for quite some time now, as my disciples can attest. In fact, I haven't visited the Colonial since I arrived several weeks ago. Bad energies, you understand.
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
I hope you now realize that I had nothing to do with Helen's demise.
You've got some interesting herbs in here.
I'm pleased that you noticed. Excellent eye, brother.
Thanks, sister.
The compound they're treated with is my own invention, designed to unlock an individual's true productive potential when burned. I can't say any more. Trade secrets, you know.
Of course, trade secrets. They seem toxic. Toxic enough to potentially kill someone.
None of my clients have ever complained, so I'm sure they're perfectly safe. Is there anything else?
Can't really complain if you're dead, right? That's all for now. Okay, well. Oh, we finally found chapter 1. Halcyon Helen battles a lingering foe in a seedy bar. Halcyon Helen and Typhon Tim spoke in quiet tones about their next course of action, their voices soft beneath the din of the bar. The duo had just finished the last of the paperwork on Helen's latest job. Filing precise reports always raised her spirits. The trails led us here, and I suspect it will lead us no farther. Soon we will find the source of the dissidents' monsters, said Helen, a characteristic grin on her face. Let's hope your hunch is correct, Tim muttered, for I suspect their agents will not be far behind us. As if brought on by Tim's supposition, a frightful voice suddenly thundered throughout the room. Near the door loomed a giant and blood-stained man, looking for all his worth like he had fought his way through a Mantiqueen's den. It was Maximilian Mercer, well-feared dissident stooge, and he held 2 Spacer's Choice light pistols in his greasy hands. What do they do next? Find out in Chapter 2. Okay, so now I can talk to the disciples, it looks like. Hey.
Hello. Welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's Private Prosperity Retreat. Stay positive, and soon all your humors will be balanced.
I do like my humors to be balanced.
That's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, I'm Aaliyah Mason. I work as the Prophet's right-hand woman. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the retreat?
If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, linger in your malaise no longer. We have all the amenities and practices for calming the ill humors strangling your potential. Sit for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out. Or stand amidst burning coals and feel your productive inhibitions burn away. And remember, think positive. Positivity equals productivity equals profitability.
Yeah, the first 2 points are pretty bullshit, but that last point, I mean, thinking positively can do wonders for your life in general. I don't know if it necessarily makes you productive, but I guess being negative probably doesn't help either. Do you know the Prophet well?
Of course. I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own, such as the quintuple daily stomach purges. She's promised me that I'd be allowed to open my own branch of the retreat someday soon. Of course, I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on 4 years now. I'm sure it's gonna happen anytime now.
For a positivity disciple, you sound a little less enthused.
Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. It's better now. I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the Prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and hours of meditation I do on a daily basis. But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. I'll do my best to be more chipper.
I was hired to look into Halcyon Helen's murder. I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Oh my. Yes, this is important enough for me to delay my bi-hourly self-flagellation. Ask away.
Oh, jeez. The Prophet had some kind of feud with Halcyon Helen, right?
Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the Prophet was completely despondent. Even the hot coal walks weren't buoying her spirits as they usually do. However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose presence seemed to alleviate whatever the Prophet's fears were.
Spencer Woolrick?
Oh, you must have misheard me. I said high-profile, not had-profile.
Oof.
Mr. Woolrich comes by much too often to be worth mentioning.
Okay, so who was it?
Yeah.
Who was it?
I'm actually not entirely certain.
Oh.
It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the Prophet quite a lot to keep things quiet. At least that's the only reason I can think of for intentionally keeping things so hush-hush.
Leviticus, perhaps? Have you noticed any unusual behavior in the retreat lately?
Well, by and large, no. But something rather odd did happen regarding the Prophet recently. A few hours
Go
after our
on.
high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the Prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day.
Where were you at the time of the murder?
I was here, at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the Prophet. Who will, I'm sure, reward me for my sacrifice. Eventually.
That's all for now.
Certainly.
So some sort of high-profile
Actually,
visitor.
Before you go, I want to report something suspicious.
Go ahead.
I noticed the Prophet dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally, I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange. Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly human-shaped.
You're sure?
I think so. Had the right size and shape.
Couldn't you have brought this information forward a little earlier?
I could have, but I generally don't have the time or energy to leave the reserve to contact anyone. Plus, there's always the possibility that I'm mistaken. The Prophet hasn't been herself lately, but if I misinterpreted the situation and reported her improperly, I'd ruin my chances for opening my own wing of the retreat.
Of course. I'll look into it. Interesting. So it looks like we might have actually stumbled upon something useful here. Which is good, because we were running out of leads. Alright, let's check their terminal. Should you read them, your humors may be thrown off balance. Is your curiosity worth the loss of profits? It sure is. View messages. From Bellamy Ruth. Okay, this is Hasti and Helen. Prophet. I've talked with my agents, and they've told me that what I said about your seminars are, in reply, not taking them, actually lost you about 30% of your revenue for the next 3 months, with future losses projected. When I said I wasn't much interested in attending, I didn't really realize that I'd hit you quite so hard as I did. Guess that's the price of stardom. Everyone listens a little extra to everything you said. I'm hoping, if you've got space, that I might be able to attend one of your sessions today, as a means of apologizing. I know that notice is short, but I'm hoping you can fit me in without too much inconvenience. Ruth Bellamy. Wow, Ruth. She was a good person, it seems like. Lee Whitaker. Hey, Prophet. Whitaker here. Wanted to ask you how that mix of herbs I sent you has worked out. I was skeptical at first about using them for meditation purposes, but hell, what do I know about productivity? That said, be sure to remember what I told you. Don't cut the herbs asymmetrically. Hampers the texture. Don't leave them out in the sun, and for law's sake, make sure you keep the smoke doses small. Last thing you want is to accidentally send somebody into a coma, or worse, kill them. Be smart. Whitaker. From your devoted attendees. Prophet. The other attendees of Tripling Profits through Transcendentalism and I have reconvened, and we're all in agreement. Your seminars are simply top-notch. We've seen a 0.5% increase in each of our businesses in total profits since we attended your seminar together. Of course, with the price of materials, shipping, and other costs involved, it boils down to more of a 0.1% increase, but an increase is an increase. If you ever decide to visit the Grand Colonial, you simply must let us purchase you a round of drinks. Thanks to you, we certainly have the bits for it. Alright. Well, I'm glad she's helping people, at least. Okay. I wonder if we can question her about this stuff. Hey.
Welcome back, brother. I'm delighted to extend my desire to aid you, brother. How might I assist?
You can start by telling me the truth. Someone said they saw you dragging a human-shaped lump into your yurt.
Who said that? I'll be sure to give them a special seminar on not needlessly implicating the person who puts food on their table. It was a bundle of clothing, brother. Even productivity geniuses need to do laundry from time to time.
Yeah, a bundle of clothing does not look human-shaped. It's tough to get blood out of clothes. Answer me before I show you just how tough.
Perhaps it wasn't clothes, after all. I had a visitor, yes. But as it turned out, some of my productivity techniques were too much for them. I had to drag them out by hand. But their peers came and collected them shortly thereafter. I'm sure whichever attendee it was is perfectly safe now.
You said you had no further interactions with Helen before her death, right?
Yes, that's correct. She made it clear that my seminars were of no interest to her.
Why are you lying? I saw the messages from Helen on your terminal about attending a session.
Well, I suppose that does complicate things. Whatever the case, I didn't care to mention Helen's change in decision because she never showed up. I don't see how it matters.
The truth matters, Prophet. That's all for now. You have just made it to the top of my suspect list because, well, everybody else's alibis and words seemed truthful. Or at least, they made it sound truthful. What do we have here? Prophet Disciple daily schedule. 5 o'clock awaken. I still don't think she did it. If I'm being honest, even though she has been lying and being very suspicious. More so than even Kincannon, right? Like, he was definitely somebody who had the means to do it. But he was very good at making it seem like he didn't do it. But yeah, this lady, even though she's been less than truthful and suspicious, doesn't seem like she's got the what's the word? The ability to pull off everything that's been going on around here. Like, killing Halsey and Helen's one thing, but then killing Dr. Blossom, the mascot, and the constable? I don't think so. Alright, so awaken, and then for 7 hours, praise the prophet and listen to the prophet. For 2 hours, sweat house meditation. 2 minutes of lunch, Jesus. 2 hours of hot cold training. An hour's stomach purging. 2 minutes for dinner. 48 minutes or 58 minutes of stomach purging. 2 hours of medical attention. 2 hours of cleaning the retreat. 2 hours of beatings by prophet. What the hell? A minute of free time. And an hour 59 minutes of the disciple's choice. Self-flagellation or meditation on productivity, followed by no food next day. Holy shit. Everybody here should be dead. That's insane. Hello, Mr. Sprats. Steel laboratory. Why does she have laboratory stuff here? What's going on? Shovels. A locked chest. Okay, what is the quest telling me to do? Look for the body. Okay. That's something we can do fairly simply. Okay, and we have just their quarters, it looks like. Man, I would not be staying here. Like, how does she have a following? I do not understand that. No discrepancies that we're picking up. Should probably have this out. Just take a peek around. Oh, hello. Somebody kill this guy? Jeez. Everyone's alright, kind of. You know, we got That was kind of messy. I'm not gonna lie. But we did it. Oh, this is nice. So what's going on here? And why is nobody mentioning these guys more? They're all over the place. It's insane. View lab notes. Warning, 556 slash 556 files corrupted. Oh, 556 files out of 556 files are corrupted. Yeah, run it. 2 files successfully recovered. Access logs 1. Iridanium gigaseous research. Notes number 1. I've completed my final round of total immersion, suspension, and exposure tests. As expected, Iridanium gigaseous dissolves in acid, burns in fire, and can be disintegrated or otherwise destroyed with N rays or concentrated blasts of plasma. The creature is vulnerable when alone. However, bonding with a host evokes intensely protective behavior from that host. Safeguarding the parasite becomes the host's primary objective, even to the point of aggression and violence. The creature also seems well suited to long-term hibernation and immersion in a liquid suspension. Water and low-grade alcohols preserve the creature, its metabolic systems, such as they are, slow to a halt. Once exposed to a host, the creature emerges from its dormant state and immediately attempts to attach itself to the host's nervous system. Long-term dormancy in an alcohol solution may prove useful to corporate. I'll prepare my report tomorrow. Dr. Amir Zhao. Okay. Notes number 3. Continuing my research for more suitable hosts among common fauna, very promising results from terror rays. Their biological system is well suited to hosting the parasites. My theory? The parasite enjoys exposure to the atmosphere of Eridanos and may be manipulating the terror rays into more frequent and aggressive flight. In every case, the parasite successfully manipulates production of hormones in the host's brain. I don't know how yet. The implications of a parasite manipulating its hosts troubles me. Its nervous system is exotic and difficult to understand. I can't quite shake the idea that the parasite does not require contact with its host in order to influence its behavior. A suitably large and complex specimen may be able to manipulate the mood of a sentient creature by proximity alone. Maybe. Possibly. These ideas are unscientific and founded on my own anxieties. My nightmares have been muddying my thoughts. Should seek treatment soon. Okay. Was that everything? Yeah. Alright. What do we have going on here? Survey notes. Geological survey notes. The world is beautiful beyond compare. I can see colors I never imagined existed. The sky has a voice and it is singing to me. I see the truth now. I see everything so clearly, so perfectly. The storms of Eridanos are notes in a great cosmic orchestra. The stars are the choir of the universe, and every word they sing is joy. I can't seem to stop smiling. I don't want to stop smiling. Ever. Okay, those are some good notes you had there, buddy. Really doing your job well. Alright, I don't know what that is. And why is this here? Okay, we can open this up. Ooh, secret lab. Okay. Let's see what's on this terminal. Warning. Supervisor clearance required. Accessing this terminal without supervisor clearance will result in an informal reprimand. Rizzo's requires that any informal reprimands be brought to the attention of your supervisor and will result in a formal reprimand. Happy customers or repeat customers. Open last entry. Notice of expiration. Dr. Amir Zhao. This is to inform you that Rizzo's has been notified of your expiration due to one or more of the following causes. 1. Violent physical trauma. 2. Accidental encounter with local fauna. 3. Severe psychological reaction to company and company-adjacent products. And 4, destruction of company property. After careful review of Rizzo's Office of Human Resources has approved the dissolution of your indenturement contract. In accordance with Rizzo's company law, your closest living relatives will be rewarded the following. 1. Regulation-size crate of Rizzo's Spectrum Brown to be delivered within 6 to 8 weeks of product launch. Please note that, as a gesture of gratitude for your service, your shipping and delivery fees have been waived. Your work on behalf of Rizzo's Geological Survey team has proved invaluable in the development and upcoming launch of Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Thank you for being a part of the Rizzo's family. This is an automated message. Responses to this message have been disabled. Okay, so something happened and Dr. Zhao got terminated. Supervisor clearance. Supervisor clearance has been granted to Ludovico and Zhao. Please note, in accordance with Rizzo's company policy, supervisor clearance is a privilege, not a right. Clearance may be revoked in the event of gross misuse, behavior contrary to Rizzo's company values, or dissident adjacent behavior. Okay. Ludovico had clearance, huh? Telling you, that guy's got something going on. Something's not right about him. Let's bring this gun out. Hey, little sprats. Okay, that goes over to where we were at before. It's in here? Easy indeed. And we can't get through that. What? Is this an elevator? Where is this going? Alright, yeah. It's a plasma grenade launcher. I thought it was a grenade launcher, but I couldn't remember. Alright, oh, this goes up? I thought it was gonna go down. Don't actually know what we're doing here. We have no quest going here, but we're just exploring. Hello? Candid host. Ow! Where'd he go? Oh. Alright, he's gone. Felix, stay alive. Get him. Alright. Need to switch guns. Man, that guy's got a lot of health. Come on, die. Got him.
Everyone all right?
No, I'm not alright. I need to use too much ammo. Yeah, that grenade launcher was not working very well here. We might need to replace that with something else. So this is obviously where they were keeping their test subjects. Obviously. So that's what I'm guessing. Wow, this place... Wow, this is a lot bigger than I thought. See if we're seeing any anomalies down here. This would be a good place to hide a body. Potentially. I don't see anything though. Alright, where was that mega... There it is. There's a ring. Nothing really. Okay. Let's keep looking around. This just goes up there. So back here, where we want to go. Maybe we can find the, There's another mega. Oh, there's 2 megas. Die! Where are you? Where you at? Got him. Okay. These guys have a lot of experience on them. Pick up lab protective monocle. Okay. Not gonna do that. We definitely have a lot of bodies down here. Or at least one body. What was that? Grenade launcher. Geological survey notes. Discovered several fascinating qualities of Iridanium gigaseus. First, the parasite's internal biology is, for lack of better term, highly modular. An elaborate system of organelles, nerve endings, blood vessels, and hormone receptors exist inside its flesh. When attached to a suitable host, the parasite behaves like a biological extension, a metaphor. Imagine shoving a bypass shunt into a terminal. The shunt is the parasite, the terminal is the host. Second, the parasite's nervous system houses a string of kernel-like cells, capable of receiving and transmitting neurons. What are the implications? Thought manipulation? Thought control? Third, I've noticed an ambient reverberation in the parasite's nervous systems during periods of intense electrical activity in the Eridanus atmosphere. The large specimens display a greater sensitivity. There is a direct correlation between the complexity of the parasite's nervous systems and its size. Fourth, there seems to be no upper limit to the size of these parasites. I theorize that these caverns have housed a particularly large specimen. In accordance with the company policy, beginning taste and ingestion tests now. May the law protect my atoms. Okay. So did she come down here and die? Or is this at the beginning? I'm a little unsure. Maybe we'll find out. Wait, what is this? Oh, we're going back out. Yeah. Okay, I'm guessing this leads out of the cave. Right, this is probably an external entrance. I hear something. Nope, don't. You bastard. I feel like... Oh, I was about to say I feel like you guys don't kill anything anymore, but... Well, then you killed something. Alright, up we go, up we go. We got a murder to solve. What are we doing messing around with these slugs? Transition to Eridanos. Okay. Yeah, so these slugs are all over the place. And it's not good. I think that's probably a bigger problem than Halcyon Helen's murder. Mantisaur drones. Oh, jeez. Nope, stay away. Oh, God. There's a lot of these guys. Get him. Last guy.
That's the last of them.
That is the last of them. Okay, where are we? Okay, so we're way down here. So we want to go... up there? Yeah, up here. Need to find where the body is. Why are there so many creatures? I don't like it. Okay. And they are not dying as quickly as I feel like they used to. There we go. Yeah, we're going through a lot of ammo. That's not good. We probably need to switch to this bad boy for a little while. See how it goes. Okay, so where where are we? Alright, so this is the front entrance. Or we're headed towards the front entrance of the Prophet's facility. What is this thing? I feel like we don't know what that is. Those guys are back. That's something. Beep, beep, beep. Ah, footsteps. A semi-recent set. And a semi-recent set of tracks in the dirt stand out from...
Identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness. It is unusual for productivity disciples to wander more than a few feet from the camp.
Are they Helen's?
Scanning. No. Helen's distinctive shoe size not found. Judging by footprint depressions and shoe size, these prints were either made by the Prophet of Profitability or Adjutant Sophia Akande. Error. Recalibrating. These footprints were made by the Prophet of Profitability.
As we probably were hoping. Okay, and then we could just follow the footprints.
Timeline discrepancy detected by additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability.
I feel like we would have seen the drag marks better than the footprints.
Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability.
But that's okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours, scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt.
Oh, is it? Am I imagining things, or does it seem like whoever was dumped here got up?
No sign of struggle or evidence of wildlife consumption of body. Suspected likelihood of user correctness, 86%.
Huh. Well, that's not good. Could be this was specifically set up to throw us off the trail. Strange. Let's keep this in mind. Guess this complicates things. Okay. What are we doing now? Do we have to go talk to her? Yeah, I need to know who it was. Who was potentially dead, but now isn't. Because it could mean potentially that they have been infected with the parasites, which might contribute to all the crazy shit going on. Prophet, we need to talk.
Welcome back, brother.
Yeah. I followed your trail to where you dumped something in the wilderness.
Oh, really? What did you find there? What did I dump?
There was nothing there. But by its proportions, I'd say a body.
Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved.
Okay.
I admit it. I killed Helen. By mistake.
What?
Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of productivity-enhancing herbs. I left her to meditate, and when I returned, she was dead. After that, I entered a less than coherent state. One of my disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness.
Did you shoot the body at any time?
Laws, no. I hate guns. If I ever wanted to kill someone on purpose, I would have used a blunt weapon. Nothing quite like clubbing someone over the head.
The wilderness? You didn't dump the body at the Grand Colonial?
Do you jest? The guests at the Colonial eat no shortage of strange things, but I think corpses are perhaps too strange. The creatures of the wilderness are much less picky. Besides, the hotel is ridiculously far. I couldn't have made it all that way without someone realizing I was dragging a corpse.
You're sure Helen was dead?
I'm no medical professional.
So no.
But that certainly seemed the case. Usually my customers at least writhe or mumble after a session. My productivity-enhancing herbs typically do induce sluggishness, but I suppose they must have been enough to do her in, if her constitution was truly that weak.
I don't think you killed anybody. Not Helen, anyway.
What? Is this some kind of joke? You're an inspector. It's your job to arrest me, isn't it?
I would like to. Look, if Helen's body wasn't where you left it, she must have awakened and walked away. Yeah, and her body was found at the Grand Colonial. She was killed there.
No. Someone must have moved it after I killed her. One of my business rivals.
That's possible.
Waiting for me to fall into a false sense of security so they can strike.
But her body was found at the Grand Colonial. She was killed there.
I don't believe you. I think this is all a trick. You're trying to catch me in a lie. Get me to reveal my productivity secrets.
I don't... the only thing you've done is be completely negligent.
No. You can't trick me. I've finally discovered what's happening. You've been paid off. Someone else learned that I killed Helen, and is going to use that information to blackmail me. You think I'm going to let this injustice happen? Ha! Tell the constable that I killed Helen. It's 1,000 times less miserable than whatever my enemies have planned.
You're up the wall. I'm not getting the deputy or anyone else to falsely imprison you. The constable's dead, but I guess if you want to be imprisoned, I can oblige you. You want to go to jail? I don't know. I'm not sure I get paid enough to do my job. I can't figure you out. I'll think about whether or not you should be arrested. Whether or not you killed Helen, I think imprisoning you is probably the safest option. You're up the wall.
You monster! What am I supposed to do now? They'll be here soon. And once they arrive, I'll be powerless. Powerless! I just want to go to prison. Is that so wrong?
Yep, it is. Okay. So she didn't kill Helen. Although, you know, she probably could go to... I guess... Can you go to prison? Is that a crime? If you and somebody else are doing drugs. Let's pretend they're legal drugs. And the person passes out and you just leave them outside. That's not a crime, is it? Is that a crime? I don't know. I don't know the law. Here they come. Ow. I thought I killed you. There we go. Okay, so we are done with her, right? Just talk to Ludovico. Okay. Let's do these other little quests before we head back. But we will start those in the next episode, guys. So, the plot's thickened a little more. But we haven't really found any answers. My lead hunch is this Ludovico. But we have no evidence, and we have not been able to investigate him, and we still have not found a way into the VIP district, or the VIP floor. So we gotta figure out how to get in there. But until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later.